And welcome back to a brand new video. Just look at that view right in front of you. Absolutely stunning view. Do you see the famous Victoria North Pier? And the sea is like glass once again this morning. The temperature is dipped and it's getting a little nippier. The heat wave is well and truly behind us. So we're going to go and have a look at a hotel what has been slammed closed by the local council. So come and join me on this one. So we're just gonna start this video off just near the North Pier, but we're going to head further north. We're not going to head into the town centre today. We're going to head further north because the hotel what has been slammed closed due to health and safety concerns. Apparently there was a gas leak smelt and the hotel has now closed down, been forced to close down. And the phone line also apparently in the hotel is being disconnected. What a shame. What an absolute shame from one of these these fantastic hotels right along the North Promenade. So I think what we'll do, we're going to have a bit of a walk. Rather than go on the front, we're going to have a bit of a walk around the backside of some of these hotels. So directly in front is the Caledonian Tower Hotel. And we're just going to have just near Cocker Square, this one. So we're going to have a bit of a look around, like I said, some of the backs of the hotel. We don't normally go around like the back, especially this area. Normally a lot of people stick to the actual promenade itself. And we'll let's whip the camera around to the left. Like I said, we'll rejoin the promenade and I'll show you this hotel. But like I said, this is just the back of some of these fantastic hotels which are situated along the promenade. And there's one in particular, it's all been, they've been sort of working on it for the last couple of years, situated right on the corner. So we're going to have a bit of a look at that one. But again, how many people, walk down these streets? Not a lot of tourists, and everybody stick to the promenade. So it's always interesting just to have a bit of a look. And this is that one what is closed down the promenade. Massive building, huge building, and that block right in front, you can see how great they've turned that, transformed that one. And that was sort of laying derelicts for many years, and they've been working on that one for a good couple of years, and that's certainly brushed up well. Look at that. You see, it looks like that's been converted into sort of six self-contained flats. That. So, like I said, these are just some of the properties which run along the promenade. These like the backs of them. It's probably where the coaches come and go, drop people off. And this road is Dixon Road, so it tailed onto the back of Dixon Road. A lot of the huge hotels. So like I said, we'll rejoin the promenade. I just thought I'll show you just a few of the. At the back, you can see the old, I'll tell you what, just above the blue cars, probably where the old sign used to be for this one. Like I said, it is fascinating. Because imagine, if you stayed in one of these hotels like Tiffany's, just to the left of us, you never really go around the back. You'd enter the front, exit the front. And you never really sort of see, unless I suppose you got a room, I guess, facing Dixon Road. That's the straight ahead is the Best Western Hotel. Again, running parallel along the Promenade and also Dixon Road. So like I said, we're going to whip down back towards the Promenade, and I'll just explain exactly what's been going on with one of these hotels. So this hotel right here, the Canasta Hotel, and you can see it's a bit of a swish one right on the North Promenade. And like I said, you couldn't get better views, but it's been slammed shut because the found, people have been calling, and the found that there's a huge smell of gas with this one. And like I said, this one has now been slammed shut by the local council. So it's really sad because, like I said, it's been slammed with an order which prohibits it from operating and running. And the council, when they paid a visit to the site, they found that they had to turn the gas off, and the authority had been told there was no working gas or electric at the hotel. And like I said, they've had to now turn it off. And apparently it boasts 31 bedrooms, and 10 of which overlook the wonderful Irish Sea. But like I said, this is no more. And apparently they did try to contact the owners, but apparently the phone has now been disconnected. I mean, as you can see, it's a lovely hotel, and apparently two of its customers in more recent times, like I said, did report problems with this one. And like I said, this is it's been closed down. It was a lovely sort of family-run hotel, but the owners couldn't be contacted for comment. And like I said, it's they actually visited the property in July, 26th of July, and it's like I said, it's such a shame. Another one could possibly be gone. And apparently there was inadequate emergency lighting, so there's no sort of hot water or anything like that. So wonder what's going to happen with this one. And they have got a Facebook page, and there's been no update on that one for many years. And you got to be careful because you can actually get caught out. You can actually still book rooms on certain websites for the Canasta Hotel, so just be a little bit careful. I'd imagine you probably get your money back. Just be a little bit careful with this one. I wish the owners get it sorted and get it reopened for people to enjoy in the future. So as we move on, again, you got all the other ones along this way. You got the Prom, Lancaster Holiday Apartments, Blue Waters, the Bromley Park House, and the iconic Imperial Hotel. So if you ever stayed at that one, let me know in the comments, what your thoughts of the stay. Did you enjoy it? Was there any concerns? Would you consider going back if it reopens? Like I said, let me know. It's always interesting to find things out. But if it was your hotel and you stayed there year in, year out, there is plenty more to pick from this way. So like I said, you're not stuck for choice, put it that way. And again, we've videoed inside the Imperial Hotel. They've got tunnels, uncovered tunnels. Apparently they lead all the way from the Imperial Hotel to the town hall, the old Turkish baths. You haven't seen that video, it's amazing, really is amazing. We visited the Churchill suite and the different places. Absolutely amazing place. And that's the iconic Imperial Hotel in Blackpool. Definitely worth a bit of a visit with that one. So again, we just pop back onto to Dixon Road. We'll go back where we came from. Again, you can see many of these shops just near Eve Street, which have closed down. Used to be a little photography studio there. Who remembers that one? A laundrette, you can see, which is gone. And me personally, I blame online shopping. It's killed everything. I mean, laundrettes, I guess many people got washing machines now where 40 years ago it was like a luxury. They're so expensive. Same as like condenser dryers. This thing, only the upper class when they first came out, you know, managed to grab hold of. So laundrettes were very, very popular back in its day, and times change, you know. It's so I mean, you can I suppose you can throw the old blame game around with many of these shops closing, but there's so many different factors to take into consideration. You know, people's habits change, things become more accessible, more cheaper, and I guess, you know, things do move on. So this is the back of the Palm Beach Hotel. So these again, all the back of the huge hotels. Imagine all the deliveries will probably be sort of dropped off at the rear of the hotel. You see some huge trucks coming and going. Like I said, this is just on Dixon Road. And then you got the front of the hotels, which is where we've just been around. You see Tiffany's was a little earlier in the video. We just revisited the rear of that previous, and the Parisine Hotel. We had a look at the rear of that one. So like I said, you know, there's some great hotels around, and there's some fantastic and swish ones also in the north side of Blackpool. You know, some with the indoor and outdoor heated pools. How about that? I mean, that's rare, you know, sort of nowadays, especially in outdoor. And you all these modern hotels, and you know, they don't boast, you know, outdoor pools. So, you know, if you, especially in the summer, that would be a great one. And just have a whip the camera around to the right. You see the North Pier, which is where we started the video off. And like I said, it is getting a little nippy now. A couple more weeks, and we're in to September. I guess I think we probably had the best of the summer. So that's probably it for you. I'll get a few more nice spells strung together, hopefully. But in about a week and a half, the old illuminations will be turned on yet again. So this one is a really nice one. We've got the old tractor or grass cutter in the background, just cutting the Jubilee Gardens. And first thing you can notice, all the plastic bottles in this wonderful, wonderful attraction. Just behind it is the Cleveleys Hotel. And what a shame, you know, people, there's bins all over the place in Blackpool. This is what winds me up. You know, people just throw the plastic all over the place. Absolutely disgusting. You just see the bottles floating out the top. You know, it's such an iconic beauty spot, this, but what a great picture that one is. And you can just see in the distance the go-kart track. What a spot this is again. Right elevated right in the air, and you can see everything what's around you. Absolutely amazing. How many people, you know, used to visit that when it was a boating lake. So many people have fantastic memories. Now that is a go-kart track. Yeah, amazing. How many people, you know, would have walked all along here? So that is the end of today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. You'll be notified of all the new videos on the channel. Plenty to look forward to. Until next time, look after yourselves, take care, and it is a bye from me. Bye bye.